Hello, welcome to grades in the remainder of the rest of your life, not to mention this semester. I wanted to go over the district's school-wide grading policy, which I'm sure you've heard about by now. I wanted to explain it and explain how it applies to you in this class. The policy is do no harm. That means your grade, when we officially went into quarantine, is the floor for how low your grade can go. For example, if in mid-March you had an 88%, then your grade cannot drop lower than an 88%. Even if you do nothing and have done nothing since we've gone into quarantine, it cannot drop. It can, however, go up. This puts everyone in a position where they have essentially three options. And I want to go over those options and explain what might be the best option for you, I guess. First option, use this time to raise your grade with which you are dissatisfied. Let's say you're failing. Yeah, I'd suggest you use this time to raise your grade. Maybe you want to change that B to an A. Maybe you want to change that C to a B. Whatever. You have this time to improve your grade. Option number two, you're satisfied with your grade, but you would like genuine learning opportunities independent of the grade, which cannot drop. So let's say you already have an A. Can't improve it, but it also can't drop. But maybe you really want to do some of the stuff we're doing. That would be you. And lastly, you're satisfied with your grade, and you will stop participating in this class for the remainder of the semester, and that will be that. Your grade cannot drop. Now, why you should continue with creative writing. This class is kind of tricky. My other two classes, English 1, I genuinely believe they will not be prepared for sophomore year unless they do what they're supposed to do. And real world writing, I genuinely believe that those who are going on to college won't be as prepared as they would otherwise be if they do not write the essay that we're writing in that class. But here, you're writing a short story, basically. That's the remainder of the year. And I know, as you do, that many of you might never write another short story, another poem, whatever, for the rest of your life. It doesn't have any immediate direct effect on you, unlike the other classes. But I still think it's important, and let me explain why. Writing is writing. There's no getting around that. There's different types of writing and there's different audiences. But being a strong writer for college, for life, is important. And if you can write a strong short story, I assure you, you can write anything else that's thrown in front of you. Besides, being a strong storyteller, it's important in this life. Humanity is grouped around stories, and if you could tell a good story, that's important. Secondly, you're currently going through a lot of uncertainty and a generally tough time. At best, you are going to miss out on all the things that make senior year great. Prom, trip, class prank, whatever. Those are gone, and that stinks. That's at best. At worst, your family is struggling. You need to work in a dangerous environment. You are put in situations you don't want to be put in. So it's a tough time for you. But this type of writing is an outlet. When you're going through a tough time, nothing helps more than an artistic, creative, and emotional outlet. And that is exactly what this type of writing is. So, that's kind of my argument. Grades cannot drop. They can only go up. I will further note actual assignments won't go in the grade book. The assignments are mileposts. They keep you moving toward the final project and allow you to digest the process in small chunks. You could skip them technically, but you would have a weak final piece. Improvement to your grade and learning opportunities will consist in you working through writing your short story, getting feedback, and improving it as much as you'd like until we run out of time. And I can tell you, as I told you at the beginning of the year, I'm fluent and strong in a lot of different types of writing. Poetry, journalism, essay writing. I'm not the strongest fiction writer in the world. I'm not even close. And it's really fulfilling when you finish a story. So, having that feeling, it's very good, especially when you know it is good. I do respect whatever decision you make, but if you choose to take a knee and you have any ambitions more than digging ditches or working at McDonald's, I think you're making a mistake, but I admit it's your mistake to make. So the first thing I need you to do is go to Canvas. There's a survey on Canvas. It asks you 3 questions. What's your name? What is your plan for the remainder of the year? That one's a multiple choice. And is there anything else I need to know? You're really fully in charge of your own learning here in many ways. I suggest you take advantage of it. But be aware, if you say you're taking the rest of the semester off, I am duty bound to contact your parents and let them know your decision. So if that is what you are planning on doing, you might want to get ahead of the curve and tell them so that they can support you, or tell you right away you're not going to do that. But either way, I do hope that you will be on board. But first thing, I need to know where everybody stands so none of us are wasting our time. So please start with a survey. If you have any questions, grades, whatever, don't hesitate to email. I've been pretty good about answering almost immediately. Have a good week. Stay safe.